0.5 BTC for a wealthy retirement in 2040? Do you guys think 0.5 Bitcoin will be enough in 2040 to live a wealthy life? I hope I will ever be able to stack 0.5 BTC one day. Everybody achieved this milestone, and even more congrats from the deepest of my heart. You got this. Bitcoin has had a compounded annual growth rate of 246 over last 14 years, 71 over last 10 years, 33 over last 5 years. It would be reasonable to keep assuming that this growth rate would continue to go down or level off over the years. To try to reason about what it could be in 2040. If we assume an annual growth rate of 24 for the next 17 years from the current price, then Bitcoin would reach $1 million per coin. Half of that would be $500,000. Would that be enough to retire off on in 2040? Given inflation would also need to be considered? I doubt it will be enough. Ask me on December 31, 2039. The block reward is currently 6.25 BTC. In 2040 it will be 0.19 BTC. For the network to have even only the same protection as it currently has, its value would need to be 26.6K, 0.196.25 in today's money, $2.5 million in future dollars. Even if debasement doesn't increase over the 80-year trend of 7 annualized. If you look at the hash rate over the last 5 years, it has steadily increased at 60 per annum. Some of this will be hashing efficiency gains and cheaper electricity. Just something to think about. Half a Bitcoin probably will not be your only asset in 2040. 17 years away. Get a fishing rod. Go where you can catch fish for food. Hunt as well. Have a garden. And grow lots of food. That 0.5 BTC will probably see you right. Diversify. Never bank on one investment asset. I personally think it will take 10 BTC to retire. But even then you'd need to keep working till retirement age or until Bitcoin moons. No. Musical notes, music score, yes, no, maybe. Can you repeat the question? If you're smart and move to a nice country with low costs of living, probably yes. However, in the Western world, rather not. Bitcoin price aside, it depends on so many individual factors. For example, where would you retire? What type of lifestyle do you live? What other assets do you own? Etc. We have no idea how much Bitcoin will be worth next year. We're completely blind about its value in 2040. My advice is to hold Bitcoin, but don't depend on it for retirement. Certainly not as your entire plan. Hard thing is you have to protect that 0.5 till then and hope life doesn't hit you the next 20 years. By 2040? It's not impossible, but it's not a likely thing to happen unless your costs of living were very low. Who knows? No. I think it's enough, but more is better. Never give up. Stack harder. Scissor. 1 BTC for sure. 0.5 isn't enough. 2040? You may as well just work until then and retire like a normal person. It completely depends on how much Bitcoin will be worth, where you want to retire, and how much you spend a year. I personally don't think you can retire in the US with 0.5 BTC in 2040. But maybe you can retire early if you move to places like Thailand or Costa Rica. I believe it's also important to have assets that generate cash flow, like dividend stocks or RE. That's just me, though. Wouldn't surprise me if it's still the same price as now. Sir, this is a Wendy's. No, I wouldn't count on that. IMHO. Best case is that Bitcoin matches gold and then inflation thereafter. Gold has about a $13 trillion market cap. Divide that by 21 million Bitcoin and we're looking at 620K per BTC. So your 0.5 BTC retirement is only about 310K in today's spending power. Your guess is as good as anyone. Depend on a lot of things. If you can invest more and do dollar cost averaging, you will have a better retirement in 2040 in my point of view. It should be a nice chunk of cash, but on its own probably not enough. Supplemented with a pension, depending on the country you're from and its respective fiat toilet paper, you might be alright. Ideally, even when retired, you should aim for some kind of asset or assets that will generate income so you're not overly reliant on one thing. But inflation and the debasement of currency is so rampant that by 2040 a bag of Cheetos will probably be $100 and the price of a mobile home $3 million or something stupid, and gobs of the world will have put the pension age up to 75 and tell you to stuff and keep working until you just expire. No earthly idea. I don't like to speculate about price. I just do my best to stay humble. Stack SATs. I'd say minimum of 1 BTC. But no one knows. No one knows shit. You could even be down in 2040. We're still near the bottom of the S-curve. I can't predict the future retirement. But future you will definitely appreciate you for the hodling. I believe that any analysis we can make is going to be wrong and unfounded. It is only a matter of looking at the predictions of the gurus about Bitcoin in recent years to realize that no one knows what is going to happen. That's 17 years from now. Longer than Bitcoin has existed. So it's impossible to say. I highly doubt it. But who knows? I love your positivity, bro. You got this. Best strategy always be buying, DCAing, and holding for as long as possible. Then that's your retirement stash. And don't forget to self-custody. Shoot for a full coin. Or two. They say 2M is the magic number today, but most people don't have near that. Let's say in 2040 you need 2x what you need today due to 4 inflation. So 250K today will equal 500K in 2024. It's your call. Is 250K enough today? Might be on the low side. I have similar year for retirement in plan. But I have 20 and still not sure. This is exactly same target I have. 0.5 BTC and 2035-2040 retirement. You really think this will happen? Be careful with hopium. Also, my goal, but I'm still far away. I think so, but I hope BTC will be worth more than that. If the hyperbitcoinization goes on, it will be enough for you and your kids and their kids. Stay humble. Stack SATs. Almost certainly not. That's like $13,000. Nope. No. Literally no one knows the answer to this. Bitcoin might go to 0 or it might go to 1 million and beyond. Also, I will never understand why some countries use a comma for a decimal point. I'd aim for a whole coin. You're asking if a 13,000 United States dollars investment will make you wealthy in 17 years. Think about it. The get-rich-quick period for Bitcoin is over. I think it's a bit of a stretch if you want to live a wealthy life with just 0.5 BTC $13,000 today. Bitcoin will certainly be a savings tool and perhaps some robust appreciation too. But the lottery-style 1000x return is behind us, I'm afraid.